Instead of a shipping video this week, we've put together a special montage of some of the great guitarists and influencers who have featured our guitars in their videos over the past year or so. We hope you enjoy seeing some of the highlights of our guitars in these clips. If you'd like to check out the full videos, we'll leave the links to them in the description below. Anyone who is a fan of Philip's channel and videos knows what a fantastic resource it is for those who are looking for a really honest review of guitars and gear. We were absolutely delighted whenever Philip reviewed the Emerald X10 and not only had great things to say about it, but gave it a very rare 10 out of 10 for the overall build quality.
So today on the bench, we're checking out an Emerald acoustic guitar. These are made in Ireland. I have been more excited about this guitar than I've been about any guitar ever on the channel, and that's a lot to say. And here's why. I've owned a bunch of carbon fiber acoustics. I had a Rain Song that I really liked, and then I had another Rain Song that I really liked, and then I had an acoustic image guitar that I liked a little bit more than Rain Song, and then I tried a couple of these other off-brand carbon fiber style guitars, and I just never landed and fell where I wanted, where I loved it. And so when I saw the Emerald guitars, obviously I was really intrigued because they're just really cool looking, and then I did some research and I was like, I gotta know more. And we were able to secure one for the channel. Now, this is really cool. So let me talk about a bunch of stuff. First, I'm gonna tell you, normally on the deep dives, we're checking things, we're doing things quality-wise. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is 100% pass. In other words, it has absolutely, let's just show you a couple things. Let's get this out of the way so we can get into the important things about this guitar. So everything about this guitar came out of the case perfect. There was absolutely no fret sprout whatsoever on the guitar. Obviously there wouldn't be because it doesn't shrink. There's absolutely no sharp edges on the bridge. There was perfect action. This came in at 1.75 millimeters off the 12th fret, dialed in for an acoustic guitar very, very well. We have 22 beautifully polished stainless steel frets that look and feel flawless. The neck is super straight. There is literally no relief in this neck whatsoever. It plays phenomenal. There's not a dead spot. It has a carbon fiber bridge. There's tons of features on these guitars. Not only can you pick out different tops, no top, different colors of carbon fiber, you can also pick out this type of bridge. You can go with a more traditional bridge, this bridge, or you can get their 6-saddle bridge. This has the passive LR Bags preamp, which just has a volume and tone control right here in the sound hole. And of course the sound hole is beautifully put like a monitor right here to your face where you're gonna feel a lot of the sound and the warmth of the guitar. The neck is another option. You can get different widths. This is 44 millimeters width at the nut, which to me is the perfect width for me on an acoustic guitar. This is the X10. They make an X7, essentially kind of the same body style as this, but this is the full scale length, which I believe is 25.5. But let's check that and make sure. And that is exactly what this is. 25.5-inch scale. You can also get the X20, which is a full-size guitar. The prices range from $2,000 to the high $4,000, $5,000 range. What's great about this is that if you spend some time learning about their guitars, what you learn is the thing that I absolutely love most about companies like this, where the quality doesn't start at a price point, the visuals do. So in other words, yes, if you love this Sapele top or a top like this, of course it's gonna add. Comes with a hard shell case that's a form-fitted hard case with the beautiful logo, their logos embedded in the case. The neck is amazing. It's really thin. I'm gonna say the fretboard is a 20-inch radius. Let's check that. We can check that as well. And that's what it looks like to me. Could it be 14? That really looks like 20. And this amazing access point right here, which lets you grab the guitar. We call it the handshake, right? Look at this handshake right here when I grab it. This is the most comfortable handshake we've ever done on the channel. In other words, holding the guitar here actually feels amazing. There's nothing inhibiting your access right here. It feels great. I don't know why you'd be shredding on this acoustic. If you can, that's awesome. There you go. But like I said, deep access. Another interesting cool feature is the bottom of the guitar. Instead of being flat, it comes at an angle. I want to show you this. See, it comes at an angle. Okay. And so when it sits into your lap, it tilts back a little bit. So it kind of just sits in, and the way the carves on the back go, it kind of sits, tilts, and then it's the most comfortable feel ever. I am absolutely in love with this guitar in every way. There is not a single flaw in the way that it was made or executed. Everything looks like a perfectly made, beautiful instrument at the highest standards you can imagine, of course, with so little variance in living materials like the woods. You really can get it dialed in, and that's what they've done. And I should also mention we have a Graphtec low friction saddle and nut, and we have Godot 510 tuners that are 18:1 in Cosmo Black. And the edge of the fretboard is rolled. One thing that I had trouble with a lot of the carbon fiber guitars in the past was the edge of the fretboard was always really sharp, and it just kind of felt harsh when my fingers were playing over it, and the neck was just not right. This sits perfectly. Usually I spend most of the video showing you how to fix some of the issues I come across or showing you some of the flaws. Everything was done great. In fact, looking inside the guitar, which I will share with you, even the insides just look great. The pride and craftsmanship in this guitar is just breathtaking. The quality is amazing, and the look, I think it looks spectacular. Of course, everybody's gonna have different opinions about that. So what we're gonna do is just give a playthrough, if you don't mind. Okay, let's start here.
Next up we have Aaron Short, who took a look at the X20 with the added Hi-Fi Duet pickup in it. We introduced the Hi-Fi Duet pickup system as our premium top-of-the-line pickup in 2025. Let's check out his review.
Hi there, my name's Aaron Short and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm revisiting the Emerald X20 carbon fiber guitar and also the LR Baggs Hi-Fi Duet pickup system, as Emerald guitars are now offering this as a pickup option. I made a video on the Hi-Fi Duet when it was released and I'll link that video below. I still feel it's a very natural sounding system as it uses a mic and a body sensor. It does reflect the natural tone of the guitar and is therefore guitar dependent, and I'll talk about that later on. I've previously said that the X20 is on the heavier side of what I like, but this one at 5 pounds and 2 ounces is fine for me actually, as most dreadnought sized guitars I've gigged with are around that weight, maybe 3 ounces less or something. It's worth noting that if you order the guitar without electronics, it will be under 5 pounds, as I know some people do not plug in their acoustics. So you can save some weight and cost there, and this would make the guitar even lighter and an amazing travel instrument that you could leave in your car overnight because it's carbon fiber, although I wouldn't do that personally. Let's see what this one sounds like. I'll give you a quick playing demo of both the guitar acoustically and the pickup system as well.
We were really excited to work with Sophie Burrell, a hugely talented English guitarist, who took the time to do a review of our Emerald Guitars Virtuo.
Hi guys, how's it going? Today we are diving into a guitar that is as versatile as it is stunning. This is the Emerald Royal Ebony Virtuo. Whether you're a guitarist who's chasing tonal perfection or someone who needs something for stage and studio, this guitar has you covered on all fronts. So let's explore what makes this guitar so special. First of all, let's talk about build. The slim body Virtuo features a stunning royal ebony veneer on its body, giving it a rich, luxurious look. It has a slim, fast electric guitar style neck with an innovative heel-less neck design, giving you access to all 22 frets. Beneath the surface, this guitar is constructed entirely of carbon fiber, which means it's ultralight, incredibly durable, and resistant to environmental changes. This is probably one of the most attractive things about this guitar. If you have ever traveled with a guitar, you will know that it messes with the tone, the tuning stability, and the neck. With the Virtuo, you could take it from a freezing cold car to a very hot stage without experiencing any tuning or stability issues. The carbon fiber also allows for a slim and ergonomic design, making it comfortable for hours of play. As you can see, it has subtle but complex curves that ensure the guitar conforms to your body. I can tell you now that it feels way more comfortable to sit with than a regular acoustic guitar. I happen to struggle with this in particular because I'm tiny, but this is super comfortable. It's not too fat, and I could like sit with this for hours without getting like pain in my shoulders or cramping or anything like that.
Next up, let's check out Mike Bradley and his review of our most popular acoustic, the Emerald X20.
So this here is an Emerald X20 from Emerald Guitars. Emerald Guitars are from and based in Ireland, and they make these beautiful carbon fiber guitars. And yes, that's right, you heard me correctly. This guitar is made of carbon fiber. Now, you might be thinking, carbon fiber? But that looks like wood on the top. And that's exactly what I was thinking when I was looking at the pictures and selecting one. But it's in fact a flame maple veneer top, which hopefully you agree looks incredibly sexy. Look at her! Now, I have played guitars before which have been made of carbon fiber, but this guitar is taking things up a notch and 25 more notches. It's so great how this guitar is. And it's not surprising really, because the founder of Emerald Guitars, Alistair, used to make Formula 1 racing boats. And carbon fiber is used in high performance motorsport and aerospace for its high strength to weight ratio and stability under tension, which are the same characteristics for a highly responsive instrument. Yes, I did read it online. Now, this guitar is really lovely and light. It's around the £5 mark. And the most important thing, now this is the most important thing of any guitar, but about this guitar today, the most important thing, it holds its tuning so very well. When I first got it, I posted a video up on Instagram of me unboxing it, and I took out the case. It had been delivered from Ireland obviously, and opened the box, opened the big lovely hard case it came with, and played a G chord, and it was in tune straight away. It was just like, oh man, there you go. So it holds its tuning so well, and that of course is down to the carbon fiber. As with this guitar, I don't have to worry about temperature change as much as I would with say a traditional acoustic guitar. So I can go from a cold car to a hot stage, and this little rascal is going to stay in tune for me. So if you've got a fly gig, if you're flying anywhere with your guitar, taking your guitar on holiday, and obviously the temperature changes all over the place when you're taking the guitar on a plane, she's gonna hold up beautifully.
The fantastic guys over at Worship Tutorials had already featured the Emerald Guitars Virtuo in one of their other videos. This time they took an in-depth look at some of the amazing sounds possible from the MIDI guitar capabilities of the Virtuo.
This is an Emerald Virtuo. Now we have done a full video on this guitar. I will link it below, where we talked through all the specs, the construction. This thing is built completely with carbon fiber. In that initial video though, we focused mostly on 2 of the 3 pickup systems. This is just guitar. Is it acoustic guitar? Yes. Is it electric guitar? Yes. Is it a synth guitar? Yes, that's what we're going to talk about today. We have had a lot of fun coming up with this little song that we put together, designing the sounds with the synth unit. I'll link to Emerald below, where you can check out their line of Virtuo guitars. They make other guitar. I think they've mostly made acoustic type instruments, carbon fiber guitars. The Virtuo is more a hybrid type of a guitar. All their stuff, like we said in the initial video, this is made with just the ultimate in like attention to detail, you know, perfection. This guitar never goes out of tune. It never needs to get set up. It's always this is what you get with the carbon fiber instrument, but it's made with a very high level of precision.
Jeremy Shepherd, also known as the Guitar Hunter, was looking for a guitar to survive the harsh realities of life in Louisiana. He not only custom designed his own Emerald X30, but we did a special in-tune challenge to see just how well his guitar could stay in tune after traveling the whole way from Ireland to Louisiana.
Over the last 3 months, I've been having a guitar built for me by Emerald Guitars. I ordered one of their X30s. This is a jumbo guitar. I did a 12-string in teal with a pommel boss veneer on the top. This guitar just finished being built last week, and on December 3rd, it was played in Ireland, and then they sealed it up, they put it in the box, they shipped it to me. It made it all the way from Ireland to Germany to the States, bounced around through Kentucky, down through Mississippi, and to me in Louisiana. This guitar has not been played, has not been tuned since this video was filmed. So let's see how well this guitar actually stays in tune. I'm Jeremy, this is Guitar Hunter. Thank you to Emerald Guitars for building world-class, unbelievable carbon fiber guitars. This is my brand new Emerald Guitar X30. This guitar has traveled 4,229 miles from Ireland to me in New Orleans, Louisiana. And let's see how close this guitar is to being in tune.
Let's check out Jimmy Franklin as he puts the Virtuo through its paces.
This is a moment that I've been waiting for a long time. In this box right here is my first Emerald guitar, and we're gonna open it together. So thank you for being here for this. Let's do it. One of the things about Emerald guitars is that they are such high quality and they're carbon fiber guitars that I'm willing to bet right now that even though this guitar has traveled from Ireland through time zones and through crazy weather and it's been on a bunch of different trucks, I'm willing to bet that when I open this, it is going to still be in tune. Let's find out. Oh, as promised, the moment of truth. Is it in tune? Here we go. The reason this guitar was able to go from the shipping room, be tuned, and then sent to me and still be in tune is because of this unbelievable carbon fiber that they build the guitar out of. And so there's no fret sprout. Even though this guitar has gone through ridiculous climate changes across the world to get here, it has no fret sprout and it is still in tune. And I could have literally opened this box at a gig and not tuned it. That's the Emerald difference. This is the reason that people who buy Emeralds have more than one Emerald. Wow, and it's so easy to play. Ah. Now, what other acoustic guitar do you know of that you can do this with?
Let's go over to Paulie Hennin for an in-depth look at the X20.
So, you heard it, you've seen it, let's talk about it. This is the X20, their dreadnought. Doesn't have a hole here, has a hole here. Because with carbon, you can do a whole bunch of things that you wouldn't be able to do with wood, because it's a very, very strong material, and you can shape it very differently. Probably easier than wood and more stable. So, when I took this out of the case, which was en route with UPS for about a week, and it was then first in this room, which was very cold, and then I took it into my office, which was very hot. The guitar was still in tune. It's a very rigid material. When we did the product shots, my wife did this. She's like, that's wood. I'm like, why? Well, it sounds exactly like wood. That's the point. Other than it being carbon, which is pretty obvious in places, all this feels completely like a wooden guitar. And audibly, sound-wise, it's completely like a wooden guitar. However, we have a beveled back. Look at this. Is this possible with an arch top or something? Yes, it is, but not cheap. And it probably needs a lot of support inside. This doesn't. This is a lot of high fret access. It's ridiculous here. You can get really, really high because it doesn't need a bolt-on neck there. It's, I don't know how that's attached. It's just laminated. I don't know words. And then if you look at this right here, the guitar actually comes together in the back. So it's narrower in the back than in the front. So if you look at this down here, this is actually like this. It's shaped like this. It's a beautiful, there's a bevel here. There's a bevel here for the arm. There's a little bit of a bevel right there. I don't know if I'm using the word bevel right. All these things you can see on extremely high-end guitars when that is shaped with wood. My Stoll has something like that, but the Stoll is also $6,000. So this is possible to do with wood, but not cheaply. This is a phenomenal instrument. It looks nice. It's robust. It's a touring thing because it doesn't really want to change its shape. It's not as fragile as wood. I see 0 negatives versus the wood. I only see positives. You just have to want it. Now, if I compare this to a €4,000 wooden guitar, would that wood guitar sound better? Depends on the guitar. You're definitely paying a little bit for the whole, other process, novelty, look. You can get these cheaper if you don't have the look. By the way, GraphTech Nut, they look it up on the website, and it's 44.5, I think, up here. All these details on the website. Please go to the website, link below, especially today.
Some of you may know John Connor and his amazing guitar playing from not only his own channel, but his work with other brands such as Neural DSP. Check out some of the incredible playing and amazing tones on offer that he got from the Emerald Guitars Virtuo.
How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all good. In this video, we're taking a look at the Emerald Guitars Virtuo. This is their kind of hybrid between an acoustic and electric. Quite a lot of their more acoustic guitars have electric features, but this really straddles the two in the middle. And you could see it as a very modern, futuristic, slim-bodied acoustic for an electric player. And as someone who straddles the worlds of acoustic and electric guitar playing quite a lot, I really enjoy what this thing can do. It's worth noting that this particular guitar is just one of an almost endless combination of specs and finishes that you can have on all of their models. If you go on their website, there's this amazing custom builder that you can use to design your own Emerald guitar, and it's very easy to lose many hours to that, but it is great fun, so check it out. So let's have a look at some specs. We've got this really cool headstock with the Emerald Guitars logo, and around the back we've got some Goto 510 tuners. Moving on to the neck, we've got a GraphTech nut and then 22 medium stainless steel frets, so very electric guitar territory so far. And the fretboard on this guitar is made out of carbon fiber. As you can probably visually see, these guitars are predominantly made out of carbon fiber. It's one of their USPs. I really like that. I believe it's come from their roots in speedboat racing. And as someone who's quite into cars, I really enjoy when companies are making the most of carbon fiber. I think it's a great material to utilize. And under the fingers, it feels great. It doesn't feel like anything strange or foreign to, a guitar player. And it also looks really cool. It has a nice kind of sheen to it under the light. Around the back of the neck, you'll also see this carbon fiber as well as on the back of the headstock too. And another property of carbon fiber is that it's really strong, durable. So if you fly around on gigs and stuff like that, you can trust that this will be incredibly reliable and durable, but also really light, because carbon fiber is an incredibly light material. Moving on to the body, obviously a very unique part of this guitar is the offset sound hole. And when you play the guitar, it makes perfect sense to have this here because it shoots it right up into your face. Not in a loud way, just, you get the best picture of the guitar sound. And I've always thought that when you mic up a regular acoustic, it's kind of difficult to perceive how the mic will hear it because the sound hole faces away from you. But with these, you can hear it shooting right up at you, which is kind of nifty. We've got a pair of Fishman Fluence humbuckers on this guitar, which are incredibly versatile pickups. Again, very modern sounding, but that's just the aesthetic of this instrument. And crucially, there's also another pickup in the bridge, which is a Graphtec Ghost Piezo pickup. And this picks up that organic, stringy detail of the guitar in a really interesting way. And you can blend this with the Fishmans to get combinations of that acoustic stringy, but also pick up electric sound. And on top of that, there's also a 13-pin MIDI Hexpander output. So if you have a MIDI compatible unit, of which there are a couple nowadays, I don't have one with me for this video, unfortunately, but down the line, I'd like to look into that. And then you just simply plug it in there, nice and simple, and you've got all of that MIDI palette of sounds as well. Another cool feature is that if you have a TRS cable, you can use that in the same output jack and split the piezo and the Fishman humbuckers. And that means you can separate them and process them differently as well. So they really have thought of everything. It's really cool.
Thanks very much for watching this week's roundup of all the incredible guitar players and influencers that we worked with in the past year. You can find links to the full videos in the description below, and don't forget to join us next week for our shipping video. We'll leave you with Justin Johnson and some incredible playing on his custom-built Emerald X20, and you can also check out some of the build process as it happened in the factory.